Tell me if this sounds familiar. The voices in your head won't stop. Your past is reminding you of all the screw-ups you had. You're not the person that could accomplish your dreams. Your future is also in your head messing with you. What you're working on will fail. People are going to mock you. Don't worry if this happened to you. It has happened to me and almost everyone else. A lot of us deal with mental clutter. There's always something going on in our wandering minds. In this video, you'll learn how to declutter and control your thoughts, minimalist style. Be sure to stick around until the end, because that is where the action guide is. No two physical objects can occupy the same space at the same time. This is a truth in physics. You can either hold a bag of chips or a chocolate bar. Due to this, we have learned to choose between things. And we get this. We learned that as little kids. We live by it, even if we fight it once in a while. You ever try fitting as much snacks as possible in a bag to sneak into the movies? If we live by this, then we can apply the same principle to our mind. Our minds have the tendency of filling up space just because there is space there. And once that space is filled with negative thoughts, we can't fill it with positive thoughts. You know why positive thinking or reframing the situation is not working for you? You read all these books, watch a whole bunch of videos, do affirmations every day, yet something is wrong. It's because you are holding on to the negative thoughts while trying to force in the positive ones. You are thinking, I can do this, I can run a successful business. But at the same time, you are also thinking, this is not going to work, it's too late. Since both thoughts can't occupy the same space, one will overcome the other. It will always be the negative thoughts, because you're used to hearing negative thoughts, so it is familiar. Your brain has an easier time believing the familiar thought than the new positive thoughts. So how do we get rid of the negative thoughts to make space for the thoughts we want to have? Well, first we need to be self-aware. Whenever you feel stress or anxiety from the past or future, ask yourself, is this situation relevant now? Am I blowing it out of proportion? Is this situation under my control? This will help you discern what matters and what doesn't. Now here's something you can do to find what has been bothering you. Take out something to write on, or open up a document to type. Make two separate sides. Label one side bad days and the other good days. For each scenario, recall as much details as you can. List the food you ate, the people you are around, things you got done, or whatever comes to mind. Got it? Identify common problems and work on finding the solution. This will be different for everyone, but one piece of advice I can offer is you don't have to deal with the problem alone. Talk to others, or even just listen to motivational talks or videos. Now let's get to decluttering your mind. It involves visualizing, so get comfortable. First, imagine your mind lives in a giant mansion filled with all your current thoughts, goals, knowledge, and the such. Now imagine that you are moving out. Life has been good, but you need a change of scenery. You are moving to your favorite place in the world. But when you move, you have to pack, right? You have a limited amount of space, so ask yourself, am I going to bring all the fears and negative thoughts? Or am I going to bring my memories, dreams, and positive energy? Decide consciously and with intention. Know what you're leaving behind, because you really will be leaving it behind. Got it? Now you are at your new place, and you are filling it up with your thoughts. Okay, self-reflection time. You probably brought a lot more than you were supposed to. There are probably some negative stuff there too. That is fine. We are all familiar with the negative stuff, so it can be harder to let go. Now you may ask, what happens when negative thoughts arise at certain times? You have to make the choice. Accept the thought, or understand that the mean voice is not your voice. Find your real voice, the one that loves you, and discard the negative thought. I am not saying you should never feel negative emotions or have negative thoughts. We need them. If you want to worry, then go worry. Just choose it consciously, because you can't choose two things at the same time. You can't worry and tell yourself success is within reach. Sometimes you will choose right, and other times you might choose wrong. But after every wrong choice, you can learn from it. But what if you can't choose? Well, every time you don't choose, you return to your default way of thinking, trying to occupy the same space with two dots. That is not what we want. We all want a peaceful, stress-free life. Choose to fill your mind with one dot at a time, and you will find how much more peaceful and clutter-free your mind will be. Thanks for watching. If you want more quality videos, click the subscribe button. If you have any video suggestions, comment them below.